Draymond, you want to start us off, or we'll take questions?
First, I'll just thank you to everyone for being here. This is an amazing honor to be going up in the rafters with guys who I could only ever dream of meeting. Let alone have my jersey and my name up there, in a place that I love dearly. It really means a lot. Coming here as an 18-year-old kid, I remember a lot of people telling me I was stupid, I would never play here. Coach Izzo would tear me apart, and I'm not the type of player that can play at Michigan State and all of those things. And for this day to be happening, it really, truly means a lot. So, thanks for everybody for being here. Any questions?
We have mics on both sides. Raise your hand, we'll bring them over to you.
Draymond, when's the first time you remember looking up in the rafters and saying, man, I could be up here someday?
Honestly, the first time I ever thought that was when I left here. And I said, oh man, I had a pretty good career. Maybe I'll go up there one day. I hope my jersey's up there. But as a player here, there's so many other things to think about. There are great players at Michigan State that never made it to the Raptors, so it's not something that every day I'm like, oh man, my name's going to be up there with them. No, I just want to be a great player at Michigan State. But when I finished, I said, oh, maybe my number will go up there. That was the first time.
They often these retirement ceremonies or drive down memory lane. If you could, one win that stands out from you here at Michigan State, one loss that still sticks with you, what do you think was your defining moment here at Michigan State that carried you through the NBA and your success there?
I think my defining, the loss that really pushed me the most was losing to North Carolina the first game of my senior year, and then losing to Duke the second game of my senior year. Because I was a brand new team, I was in a new role. I had been good here, but Kalen was here and all of those guys, so I just played my role. And then all of a sudden it was my team. And well, the way to start it off with my team, 0-2 against two of the best teams in the country to start the season, with a new cast of guys, guys who hadn't. I think at the beginning if I'm not mistaken, at the beginning of my senior year, I had more points scored as a Michigan State player than the entire roster combined, or minutes played, or something of that nature. And so I'm starting off this new journey with those guys, and Brandon Wood, Keith Applin, Brandon Dawson, a freshman, Derek Nix, Sherm, just Trice. Starting off a new journey. AT, who was a walk-on, didn't play much and worked his way up. Mike Keebler. Keys was gone. But just starting off the journey with those guys, it's well, this is a great start. But I told them after both of those games, I said, if those are the best two teams in the country, we're going to be pretty good. And I think we went on to win 14 or 15 straight after that, or something of that nature. But it was that moment that I realized, this is my opportunity to leave my mark. And if there was any one or two games, it was those two, because it was the beginning of something and it was a complete failure. We lost both games, and we lost to Duke pretty bad. I still remember it was a record-setting night for Coach K and some wins or something at the Garden. And we could have folded right there, and we turned it around. And I think that was it for me.
Draymond, talking to being around the guys since you've left, hearing how they always hear from you all the time and how you're still connected to this program, how much it means to you. Why has it been like that since you've left? Why have you remained so connected to this program? And the bigger question is, are you going to let Tillman keep wearing 23 the rest of the year?
Well, First, I love this place. This place is a huge reason, huge part of where I am today. And the guys before me were the same way. Mateen Cleaves talked to me all the time. Charlie Bell, Jay Rich, like those guys were always reaching out, talking to us and kind of showing us the way and showing us that love. So, it's my job to do that for the next young guys, and it's Denzel's job and, Gary to continue to carry on the torch, and that's how you keep a great program. That's how you keep a family atmosphere. It's on us guys to continue to pass the torch and continue to show that love to the younger guys. And so that's all I knew. It's you leave, you come back. You show love to the younger guys. You show them the way. You spend time with them. You shoot text them. You encourage them. That's all I knew. That's what I was taught because of the guys that came before me. And this summer, homecoming, I came back and I played a little 5-on-5 with the guys. And X was guarding me and he was talking junk. I said, "You're going to take that number off." And he was like, "I ain't taking nothing off. I'm on the same path you on." And I said, "That's great. But you keep talking to me like that, you're going to take that number off." And he kept going. I said, "All right, we're done talking. You're going to take it off." So we'll see if I'm a man of my word or not. Maybe. One thing that sticks out to me when I think about should he continue to wear the number 23 or not. In high school, I was number 32. And I wanted 32 so bad. And I asked Greg Kelser, I said, "Can I wear 32 at Michigan State?" He said, "Go create your own number, son." I was like, oh, that was a nice way of saying no. So when I think about X wearing number 23, I may just have to tell him, "Go create your own number, son." Or, I don't know if I can call him son. I'm not as old as Greg Kelser was when I was coming through, but it's a good question. I don't know yet. I don't even know if I had that power while I'm standing up here bumping my gums. I don't know.
Draymond, what was it like when you got the phone call, finding out you were going to get the jersey retired, and what were you doing when you found out?
I was at my summer home in LA, and I was just sitting on the bed, and Coach called me, and he had called me last year, and he said, "Hey man, we want to retire your jersey, like look up some dates and let me know a date that'll work." It's like, all right. Never really looked up the dates. I looked up a few, and I'm like, yeah, and I just kind of kept trying to win a championship and didn't think much of it. He called me this summer, and he said, "Hey, we're retiring your number this summer. I'm going to call Daniel, who's a close friend of mine, business partner, advisor, really close in the same age, but like we have a great relationship. He's kind of involved in everything I do." He said, "I'm calling Daniel. We're going to figure out some dates. I'm just letting you know." And I was like, all right, great. And then Danny called me later that day, like, "Hey, Michigan State's retiring your jersey. I need you to look up dates." And I didn't look up dates. And then he called me the next day, like, "No, you need to look up some dates because Michigan State's going to retire your jersey." So I started looking at the schedule. And I pulled both schedules, and I was like, wow, this December 3rd looked like it worked. We're on the East Coast, and here we are, December 3rd. But, it was kind of like, it's one of those things that you hear it, it's like, wow, that's amazing. But like the closer it's gotten, like I get chills when I think about it now. But when you first hear it then, it's like, oh, okay, that's great, that's going to happen. But now it's starting to come to life, and like it's obviously happening, and it's a completely different feeling.
We got two more, Wes and then Logan here.
Draymond, I know you've been kind of getting more excited as it's ramped up to this day, but the emotions you felt walking in the building today, is that pretty much what you expected, or?
The emotions I get every time I walk in this building is, it's a little different than most, because this building has meant so much to me and my growth. The emotions that I had walking in here today, I tried to keep them pretty normal. I walked in here earlier this morning to get a workout in, and I was just like status quo, like, all right, I'm going to work out, not quite thinking about what's happening tonight. And then I walked back in here, and I had a meeting with my brand team. So I kind of tried to think about that, like, oh, I'm going into a meeting, no big deal. But as I got dressed and then I walked upstairs, and that's when it kind of got real for me. Seeing everyone here in my family, Joe Laker, Bob Myers, all of my friends upstairs, Clay, D'Angelo, like seeing everyone come back, like they didn't have to take the time out of their schedules. Coach Kerr, like we got a game tomorrow. For everyone to be here, it's when you see that, it's like, I've never really been one that's big on self. And so like, oh great, my jersey's going into the rafters, that's great. But I get more out of seeing like everyone come here, Zaza, to support and show their love for me. That's what I get more out of, So that's when it got real for me, when I walked upstairs and we're having a reception up there and just to see everyone. Like, that's the huge thing for me, to see Coach Izzo. He wrote me like a handwritten letter, like to open that and read that. Travis Walton, everyone that's here, like that's the big thing for me. That's what gives me chills more so than, oh, I accomplished this. Like, it's the love from all the people that made that possible that moves me.
One final one here, Logan.
You kind of talked about Bob and Joe being here. What do you think that says about them, that all the players that came to, what do you think that says about them that they came all the way from your off day to come see you?
It says nothing more than what we all already knew, which is the love and support that they have for us. We all work in, obviously we're in the same industry, we all work in an industry where it's not really about people. It's about what can you do for me today? What can you do to help this team win? And if you can't, bye. That's kind of the business we're in. And over the years, since 2011, since Joe and his group took over the team and Bob became the GM and I came in 2012, that's all I've known is someone that just care about you, the person. And obviously basketball is big in that and it matters, but it don't. Like, that's the same person that as we were in Game 5 of the NBA Finals, he came and sat in Oakland A's stadium with me because I was suspended. That's the same guy who wore my jersey on the sideline when I was suspended. Like, so that's what we've been new, and they just continue to show that no matter what, that doesn't change. And I've talked several times about being with the Warriors my entire career, and that's why. It's not because we won some championships or it's not because we got a nice arena. It's because of the people that make you enjoy going to work every day. Like, I get to play basketball for a living, that's great. But as any other thing in life, no matter if you love it or not, it gets tough. I love basketball, love playing, extremely grateful that I get to play it for a living. But just like everything else, it gets tough. And then what's that thing that makes it, you make it enjoyable again? It's the people that you do it with on a daily basis. And them and Steve and my teammates, it's these things that has allowed us to have the success that we've had. There's a lot of good teams, but it's this that makes you want to spend your entire career in one place and not really care what anybody else has to offer. It's this of why, this is the reason why Jared Jack or Jermaine O'Neal or Matt Barnes or Andre Iguodala say to me, you haven't experienced the real NBA. It's this. And it's something that I don't take for granted. I'm very appreciative of them for everything that's happened in my career, but like I said, even more so, it's things like this where not one person would have said they were wrong if they didn't come here. It's my college jersey getting retired, like, it's the NBA. But yet, they took the time out their schedule, the Kegels took the time out their schedule to be here for me. Those are the things that make you say, okay, I want to be there for the rest of my career. And I will do anything for that organization to help make that happen. It's that.
All right. Thanks, guys.